You know, my dad was a really big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Loved his movies, loved The Terminator. It was one of his favorite movies of all time. He saw him as a role model. I thought about that watching Arnold back on the screen. Just thought of my dad. Just see your moment right now. Honestly, he would have loved this movie. I'm here to bash it. This one's for you, Dad. Alright, let's review Terminator Dark Fate. Terminator Dark Fate is basically Terminator 1 retold in a different setting in a different time, essentially. So it's just Terminator. I mean, it's just the recycled same story over and over. And it's still fun. Like, it's dumb fun, but it's like also awesome fun. Like, it's just action-packed. Of course, this one stars Linda Hamilton returning as Sarah Connor from the original 2 movies. We got Mackenzie Davis coming in as an enhanced augmented human from the future sent to protect Natalia Reyes' character. They're both new characters to the series, and they both do a well enough job as the characters. I mean, I don't know how much more they can do as characters in an action movie, in an action series. This is number 6. But they're saying it's like number 3, but it's really number 6. And of course, we get Arnold coming back, and I love seeing Arnold on the screen as a Terminator. I like how they handle Arnold in this film, the way that they made his Terminator relevant from the second one and then still existing in this one. That's what they were trying to make this a direct sequel to T2. He was fun to watch. Now, big thing that I like about this, the action. The action is there, and the action is fun, dumb, loud, booming, okay? It is some of the most fun action I will have in a Terminator movie. It's just robots fighting robots. How can you not like robots fighting robots, okay? I will watch Terminators fighting each other all day, because here, with the CGI, it is so much fun to watch. Second thing I liked, Linda Hamilton's character. She came back, she did a good job, she brought back Sarah Connor again, you know? We haven't seen Sarah Connor since T2, whenever that came out, like the 80s or 90s, I can't remember. There were some fun jokes, some one-liners, and then that's it. The rest of it, as I said, is basically rehashed first Terminator, rehashed second Terminator. It's what Terminator Genisys tried to do in its first act, combining the two essences of the first 2 movies. It didn't work out for them. Let's go through the series real quick. We got Terminator, we got Terminator 2 Judgment Day, we got Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, we got Terminator Salvation, Terminator Genisys, and then Terminator Dark Fate. Now again, they're saying this is Terminator 3 basically. This is a direct sequel to the second one, which they handled well enough. They made it blend together with a certain scenes and that they wrote in, and it kind of works, and I'm not against it. What failed though is that this is just as good as Terminator 3. I don't mind Terminator 3, I think it's a fun movie. Okay, Terminator 3 was up there in my top 3, because this was the only 3 that were good. I have fun with Terminator Rise of the Machine, and I have fun with Terminator Dark Fate. It may not be the most memorable Terminator, but it's still more fun and better than Salvation and Genisys, because those just went off the rails. Skynet is not the villain here. Okay, it's an army of AI technology called Legion, and they're the ones that come back for Natalia Reyes' character, which Mackenzie Davis is sent back to protect. And then they bump into Linda Hamilton, and then they come for Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then we get fighting, and it's again fun. I can only describe this movie as fun. It's not great, it's not necessarily terrible. I wouldn't say it should be a direct sequel to T2, because T3 was already made, but if it was the only one that came after T2 and like the other 3 didn't exist, I'd be okay with that. I mean, like I said, it's just as good as T3. There's not much to say about this one without going into many spoilers about what's going on, even though there isn't much to spoil somehow. Like, I can't say spoilers, but there's not a lot to spoil. It's a paradox, kind of like the timeline in these movies. At least they didn't try to do a separate timeline situation like in Genisys. That was just way too mad confusing. That's just too much time travel crap. Like, that's just a whole mess. And it was handled well enough by some people who are great in that creative department. Tim Miller, who directed Deadpool 1, he came to direct this one. James Cameron came back to write and produce it. And together they made a well enough sequel that it's definitely better than the last 2, Salvation and Genisys. So at least they redeemed themselves on that, I guess. There's not much more to say. Alright, I've run out of things. So here's my rating. In full honesty, I'm probably gonna buy on 4K. I'm gonna go ahead and give Terminator 3.5 stars. Yeah, I know it seems a little high. I was gonna go for 3, but again, seeing Arnold go down again, it just brought me a big old grin. So that's my review for Terminator Dark Fate. Have you seen it? Are you going to see it? Leave a comment below what you think of my review. If you might see it yourself, let me know what you think of it, okay? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. For other movie reviews, you can go to my Letterboxd page. Link in the description below. There's reviews for movies I have seen, movies I'm currently seeing, and soon enough, movies I will be seeing. Alright, just go check it out. You know, you don't want to see my face, go have a quick read. It's like I said, it's 2 of each one. Today's unofficial sponsor is butter, because I thought the movie was gonna be butter. Get it? I hate myself for that. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. Just remember, in life, don't be a cheesy weenie. I had to. Okay.